Salvete, hello Latin learners, welcome to another video. This is Latin with Stephen. This is a new idea I've had and it's for intermediate learners. So if you've learned already the basics in terms of the noun forms, verb forms, tenses, endings and the syntax, the basic rules of syntax, and you're trying to do a little bit of reading, then this is probably the level for you. And I thought we'd have a go at just looking at one sentence. So these are sentence challenges, and to see if we can translate one sentence, I'm going to display it on the screen, pause it when it appears, see if you can work it out, and then I'll go through it bit by bit. All right, let's have a go. See if you can translate the sentence. Off we go. So as soon as it appears, pause it. Okay, so I'm hoping you've had a go at that. Let's read it together first in Latin. Publius Cornelius Scipio, nondum annos pueritiae egressos, patrem singulari virtute servavit. Nam, commis in pugna apud Ticinum contra Hannibalum commissa gravita vulneratus esset, et in hostium manus iam venturus esset, filius interiecto corpore, poenis irruentibus se opposuit, et patrem periculo liberavit. Fairly long sentence, admittedly, but it is just one sentence. And if you've already started to play about with some Latin, with reading some Latin, you will probably already know that they like their long sentences, or they liked composing long sentences. This is not an authentic piece of Roman writing. This is from a book for intermediate students where they've simplified the language somewhat, but it still has a very authentic Latin feel to it in terms of the word order and the structures. It's quite good for easing yourself towards actually reading, such as Caesar or Cicero or Pliny or something like that. It's like a halfway house, a go-between. When I first started doing this, or when I felt I'd learned all the basics of the grammar, and I started trying to read even Julius Caesar, I just couldn't. It was still too difficult for me, so I needed something in the middle. And this book, it's called Viri Romae, Men of Rome, by Ethan Allen Andrews. It's quite an old book, so I'm just going to take some sentences from it. Let's have a look at this one, guys. Subject of the sentence is what? Publius Cornelius Scipio, that's his name. What is the main verb there? Servavit, from servare, to save, to rescue. Whom did he rescue? We require an object. It's the patrem. So if we just take the bare bones of this, Publius Cornelius Scipio rescued or saved father. We'll supply the word his father. It will be, won't it? Let's look in the brackets for the extra bits of information. Nondum, not yet. Adverb. Annos pueritiae egressos. Okay, egressos is a past participle from the deponent verb egredio, egredi, to leave, depart. So, not yet having departed, having left the years, genitive pueritiae, of being a poor, a boy. Having not yet left the years of boyhood, so not yet exited boyhood, or not yet grown to manhood, however you want to phrase it, it's up to you. He saved his father. Bit more information. Singulari virtute. Well, the noun is virtus, feminine, third declension. Virtue or courage. That manly courage that the Romans really valued in their soldiers. With singular courage. Through an example of singular courage, he rescued his father, even though he was still a boy, basically. Then after the colon, we get an explanatory clause. Nam cum is. Right, nam means for. Since, seeing for, because it's telling us what's happened. Cum can mean when, it can mean since. Here it's going to be when. When is he? Which person? It's going to be the latter, the father. So Cornelius Scipio's father. When he, the latter, we have to kind of skip the first bit here and find vulneratus esset. when he had been injured, graviter, seriously, gravely injured, seriously injured, in pugnar, ablative phrase, in a battle, apud Ticinum, that's the place, so at Ticinum, whatever it is, against Hannibal, pugnar commissar, a battle having been fought, waged against Hannibal. So, for when the latter, his father, in a battle being waged at Ticinum against Hannibal, when he had been injured seriously, et, this continues from the cum, guys, and we'll have the subjunctive as well, to just remind us of that. So, cum vulneratus esset, et cum in hostibus manus iam venturos esset. Venturos esset, so that's a future, venturos, future participle. When he was about to come, iam, adverb, already, on the point of, when he was just about to come into hostium, that's genitive plural, of the enemy's manus, accusative plural, when he was just about to come into the hands, the jaws of the enemy, Filius, the son, his son, interjecto corpore, ablative absolute, okay, corpus in the ablative is corpore, interjectus, interjecto, his body having been thrown in between, placed in between, literally. Poenis irruentibus se opposuit, from oppono, he literally opposed himself. He opposed, blocked, got in the way of the Poini, the Carthaginians, so Hannibal was from Carthage, North Africa, who were rushing in or attacking. He stood in the way, he opposed, blocked the Carthaginians who were attacking, et patrem liberavit, and he liberated, saved, patrem, accusative, his father, periculo, ablative, okay, saved from the danger, periculum neuter, alright, so, for when the latter, his father, in a battle being waged against Hannibal at Ticinum, had been gravely injured and was about to come into the hands of the enemy, his son, having thrown his body in between, opposed, blocked the Carthaginians as they were rushing in, and liberated, saved his father from injury. There you go, from danger, excuse me, periculum. So, fairly complicated sentence, just one sentence, but a lot in there. How did you do, guys? Hope that made sense. Hope that there are any parts there that you weren't sure about. I've managed to clear that up for you. So I want to keep these videos quite short and snappy, so I'm going to leave it there. Any questions, just put them in the comments box, and I shall try my best to answer. And I'm going to do another one of these very soon, so perhaps even a bit shorter, just a few minute, quick intermediate sentence challenges. Alright, and yeah, see how you get on. Alright, valete.